Hi friends, energy, matter, put them together and you have the literacy object. Welcome to the IT version of the physics of world peace and freedom. And I am going to, this is physics, this is world peace, and this is freedom. I got a plan, Sam. And it all depends on Silicon Valley. I'm in Cali too, but I'm in the Sierras. And the IT version is that if you look at this orange line represents everyone in humanity. Everybody alive today. And so we are the innovators. Of course, we're from California. The last freedom. The fate of humanity is on our back. Okay? And so what has happened? And we're going to talk the physics. Remember, we're doing physics, world peace, and then freedom. And it should take about 15 minutes or so. So please, give me 15 minutes of your time, Silicon Valley. I'm going to do the best I can. All right, so we have human creations. All right? Now, you could, where's my little thing? You could draw this right there. Make it better, I could. Make a better word. Whatever. If you put energy there, identity, behavior, state. It's a computer science object. Came from Alan Kay. Move your finger and model OOP. It is energy, messaging, external memory, biology. E equals mc squared right there too. But see what happened is, humanity came up with its whole new object all by itself. We have our own biology represented by this. But see, the problem is that the concept, it's a new earth element, never before seen on earth. Can you E equals mc squared America? No. How about 2016? That's where gTime comes in. Galileo. All right, I went out into nature, sought to solve the child-adult logic dichotomy, and I found out it was the native settler was the same. Is that, that what has happened is that human concepts with no energy or matter, remember, we're talking physics, indisputable physics, that are worth dying for. Because what we're doing is over against the law. Silicon Valley, this is the IT version, is attack from Vatican, D.C. Washington, D.C. is attack. Vatican, D.C. is better. It's attacking because America is a concept. And the leaders, the Dark Age danger base that are brainwashed by human concepts, the people in charge of human concepts thinking for 2016, kill! My mind is from the Middle East. I am under a recorded history spell. Kill. That's what's in Washington. Silicon Valley, love you. Oh, I left my heart in San Francisco. Well, anyway, let's get back to work. All right. So anyway, this right here equals every human on Earth. You've seen it before. It's the innovation curve. It's applied all over. All right? And so what we are right now is we're the innovators. And we got to set this up so that we identify human concepts worldwide as a new Earth element. Physics, E equals mc squared, boof. And so what has happened is that these concepts have overridden our nature. All right? And what gTime does, it draws a strict line of inheritance. Now comes Max from Ruby and what is his name? Guido Avicero, that first guy who made musical notation. All right, that's where that red line came from. Max, when he did Ruby, very strict inheritance. That's why a lot of coders, we're trained as children not to think precise. But why Ruby scares people, because you got to put your project in strict inheritance. Well, that's the same as messaging in my body. Move your finger, model to the internet. Okay? So, let me get this down into the world peace part. You understand the physics, all right? 2016 is a concept, indisputable, okay? We have these people that are in charge of human concepts, because human concepts are a product of recorded history. If there was no recorded history, hi, from California, the last freedom, the last place nature was before the Dark Age settlers from 1492 attacked. And they're still in charge. I don't want to go in this one. All right, here we go. Now, how do we change this? How do we leave the world better because humanity is on our back because we're from California? Well, we take care of one phenomenon. And there are women all over the world having babies at 250 a minute. And I just want some women in Silicon Valley who already know Alan Kay, who already know Ruby, and use the literacy objects. Hi, child. Yes, you can still know about Santa, but it's one of these that their nature becomes the most powerful thing. See these 250 children that we're talking about world peace now. Are you ready? These 250 children born a minute can be born in one culture and seamlessly raised in another culture because their nature, their logic is intact. All right? And let me give you a little more IT really fast. Procedurally programmed. Babies are OOP, man. Object-oriented program babies. And then as trusting children, we're procedurally programmed into 2016. Whoa! You're free now. Okay, so here we are. What I want to set up in Silicon Valley is that we take advantage of this one phenomenon, that when a mother has a baby, she gets reset to live for her baby. Okay, you following? Is that right now, these people live for the dead. They are dead name servers. Okay? The dead they would never know about without recorded history. All right? I'm just saying that we are resetting humanity from Silicon Valley. And it has to be, or the fate of humanity is on our back, Jack. All right, here we go. So, we focus on this one thing. All right? The mothers get reset. The babies transcend culture like dogs and cats, logic intact, all right? And we concentrate on this around the world. You know, we supply them, are you ready? Identity, behavior, and state. We identify inheritance. When we write code, we identify inheritance. We encapsulate the behavior of our code for a polymorphic state. ID best. Now, this is, you know, what we're doing, let me say it this way, is that how did unicellular become multicellular? Through an evolution of communication. That's right. Well, computer science already transcends human language like music and math. We are halfway there. All right? When I say common reserved words, I mean we migrate in English from nouns and verbs and conjunctions to objects, attributes, and operators, unified. So when a child, and ID best, you see it everywhere, identity, behavior, state, all right? Dog catches ball. It's already in our language. Alan Kay modeled OOP after how our cells communicate as energy. He applied it to machines. I went out into nature and applied it on ourselves. Okay, so here we go. Why did I do it? Because I'm good at marketing, and I knew that I had the skill to do it, and the dang child adult logic that kind of was driving me nuts. So anyway, we can do this when the mother has the baby. We can monitor her energy in her mind, just like a computer, and we can keep that. that we could, instead of right now, when we were born to adults who discard the precious child nature, a child that transcends culture, that is a world peace object. Every child on earth is not born to kill from 2016. All right, we preserve that in children. We revise it. We revive it and we preserve it in mothers. So mommies live for the babies, and so then we let the mommies do the job. Okay, and so this is just the first video of many different market segments, but IT is the very most important one. Okay, because I didn't get into the biology part of it. I didn't talk to the doctors. This is very. I just know I'm a system designer. I just know the tips of all the icebergs, but you see the whole thing. You just see the tip of If you just see a tip of a pyramid, you know it's a pyramid. But the pyramid don't have no top. You don't know it's a pyramid. Well, I'm just good at the tops. All right, and so we need to get the engineering together. All right, I see it. Boom. That we look at this. That we monitor it. Okay, and so how is this company set up? How is this quest for world peace and freedom set up? Finance, you own 85%. It only costs $1 to be a gTimer. gTimer.com. Is that it only costs $1 to fund this? To do the right thing. Because it is against the law to raise a childish nature right now. These guys it's against the law. They have to, the school systems are totally set up to raise children as culture. They go and brainwash them. It's like a huge Jonestown culture is right now. Culture is unicellular. We represent multicellular. We're on the right side of history. And so we hold these guys, that this is all tainted history. All recorded history until now is the history of tainted nature. The most dangerous people the most brainwashed people of all are in Vatican, D.C. And they're leading us. Tyranny begins more organized than freedom. Well, we're organized freedom from Silicon Valley. Because we can fund this. We can break down the cultural barriers. And so 85% of all the money is spent on growing these children, resetting the words for the older ones. This is 4 and under. This is for 5 and up, when you're in school. And we reset the schools. And 85% of all the money, this is an open source company that's made for a legacy. All right? I get 15% for being a better salesman than Galileo Galilei. How am I doing? Friend, in Galileo's time, spelling your name was considered literate. In our time, being under a recorded history spell is literate. That's the whole thing. You gotta break the spell, man. Oh, you gotta be like a mommy. You gotta feel it. You feel like a newborn mommy. You gotta be, it's like, Socrates was our, you look back and go to Socrates and go, he drank poison before being culture. Native, I will give you $1 million, but you gotta be an emotional grunt. A concept. No, shoot me now. That's what I want from you. Because it's the only way to live. It's the only way to trust your feelings. You've gotta trust physics. You have to have world peace inside of you before we can do it. And so these human concepts, the blood one, money, is that how good it'll feel. Silicon will have a the dichotomy is everywhere. And I would say probably 25% of Silicon Valley already spends money to amplify themselves as nature. We're Californians. Humanity's on our back. And so instead of serving dead name servers, and that, the same thing is holding true here. In government, all right, you got these few guys over the top, and they threaten the food safety and shelter of everybody.
Okay? And so, this is, whether you're doing war or nothing. But the same thing's happening on Wall Street and the banks and the money. It's all about threatening our food safety and shelter and these companies that are out there. It's all about threatening the food safety and shelter. I mean, that's what they're doing with money. Money is the blood. And so all these concepts we can use as powerful tools if we apply physics. All right? And so here we go. Is that, we are the gTime innovators. And that this is about, you have to know world peace in you. You have to revive that dog and cat in you and think with objects from 2 classes of time based on strict inheritance, and your nature will revive in you. I love it, man. Every day more and more people come to me and go, Johnny, thank you. But no, you get it. This is all open source. Okay? And so you have to, as a gTime innovator, a gTime it only costs $1 to be a gTimer, but I'm working for way more because I want that. How much is your nature worth? It's priceless. Okay? And so we'll know our goal is that we create this entity and serving these babies worldwide from Silicon Valley. All right? And we work on all these things at the same time. Okay? So here we have the Dark Age dangerous men who don't get reset, that have to obey physics. They have to apply physics in their mind. They can't emotional grunt from 2016. No more. No more Vatican DC running everything. All right? In America. We're going to do that worldwide. We're going to knock down the cultural barriers. And now we're going to document it. If they don't conform, they only got 60 days before, or they can come in before, because over here we're multicellular, communicate, come on. All right, and so this Doofus Hunter web scraper, in the last 2 years, my friends, this is totally worth it. I mean, I work at all angles. I want to make you money. Is that in the last 2 years we've saved the same as much data as we've done it all the time before. Take all the centuries before of recorded history, that we've stored as much data in the last 2 years. Well, Doofus Hunter web scraper is a way of not only about monitoring by people's language use and to see if they should be listed in the Dark Age database, because you can't hide behind language anymore, because we from Silicon Valley are music, our nature, our native. Okay? And so we'll list them in the Dark Age database. All right? But here, this part, this is about, I'll go over and I'll talk to them. I'll go to Vatican DC. I know I have to. I want to go, because we got to get the school systems ready. There's computer science teachers getting bashed all over there. You got a whole bunch of people. I bet, just guessing, probably 33% of teachers don't even know how, or don't surf the internet probably regularly. I mean, we got a bunch of Dark Age dangerous people living like books. It's got to be just this way, or I'm going to blow myself up. All right, so we're going to save the kids. And we're doing all this for the kids because they're watching. Because this is a total flippant behavior. These people live for the dead. These people live for the future. Okay, and so here we are showing off to the kids. We supply them with common reserved words. I have a system designed based on syllabification to class the languages so we could separate them real easy. We don't have to go through one dictionary. And we can give common reserved words. All right, and then this one. I'm listing the Wall Street companies. Hey, man, I've been living under attack by the banks. I busted them trying to steal my house during the housing crisis. I mean, it's a good thing it gave me time to be out here in nature with only critters and to chase my dream of solving the child-adult logic dichotomy. But hey, man, I had to do it. But we're going to bring consistency to currency. These Wall Street and the banks, they're the blood of unicellular humanity is all about, is inconsistent currency. Right over your head. It's like the Maslow had it going on, man. If your food safety and shelter are threatened, you can't be your best. Like I said, in Silicon Valley, we do our best to do the best
we can with the people that we have, to give them the world, to give them the company, and let them go out and fall on their face. But you know they're doing the best they can. So how can you go wrong? I'm sure I'll screw up. 85% of, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money, but it's all up to you. That will fix at gtimers.com and how we spend it and what we do. I mean, I need to get these animated. I mean, I'm still out here in nature. I've built everything you see. And so here we are. We got this thing pumping. We're working on this, and we're teasing them, and they're coming over, and they're starting to come over. They're coming over. They're coming over. These guys are coming over. They're coming over. They're becoming multicellular. We can't leave anybody behind. I mean, I'm sure we're going to have some laggards that are just, no, I won't do it, and we'll probably have to put them in asylums, but I don't want to. I taught thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people to ski. I never had anybody that couldn't teach to ski. We can do this. All right? And so when I said this is a legacy-based company, is that it's a countdown. Hopefully we can have this done by the end of the year to where that there's no more gTimers after the end of the 60 days. That's it. We are the ones who made history as nature the first time. We are the ones who fixed all the cultural barriers that divide our species because we applied physics. All right? And I know, but I'm telling you, is that it's like this. When they first captured fire, all right, that's like what we're doing. We're like the first to capture fire. And then you take fire to your friend, you go, hey buddy, got some fire here. It's really warm, it's the greatest thing ever. His friend runs away yelling, fire, fire, fire. We were a species traumatized by fire. But the people who captured fire first were on the right side of history. And now, you might be right now ready to run away. Yelling, fire, fire, fire. Human law overrides nature's law right now. All right, we are fixing humanity with a whole nother class of recorded history. Our whole species is traumatized by recorded history. And so when, I'm a gTimer, we make history for the children as nature before culture. People are going to run away because they're terrorized. They haven't classed the language in their head. Like, oh, this is the concept. Oh, this is nature. Oh, this is God. Oh my gosh, look at all this. And so they run away yelling, fire, fire, fire. Or the other way around is that they come at us and they burn us at the stake. And we are the fire. But I go first. It's my job to be a better salesman than Galileo Galilei. How am I doing? Friends, it's only $1 to be a gTimer, but I'm working for more. We gotta get this off the ground. Look, Apple's under attack from Vatican, DC. Let's save our friends and humanity from Silicon Valley. I love you.